90% of people, especially those just starting out in business, completely misunderstand what capital means in business. Most of you think it's simple: capital equals money, right? The more money you have, the more you dare to start a business. And if you have little money, you have little capital. Wrong. Completely wrong. Watch this video, and I'll prove to you just how toxic this mindset is. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Business Lessons program on the Web of Truth YouTube channel. Let's dive back into the issue I raised at the start of this program. 90% of business people, especially beginners, have no clue about capital in business. Here's the truth. Capital in business isn't just money. It's far more sophisticated and complex than that. It's incredibly diverse. If you think capital is only money, you're almost guaranteed to fail in business. Why? Because money is never enough. And even if you have enough money, you can still crash and burn just the same. Business isn't as simple as throwing money in and pulling more money out. It's not like you invest $10 and walk away with $100. More often than not, you'll lose that $10 entirely if you don't understand what capital really is. So, let me break it down for you. Capital in business is multifaceted. It includes knowledge, people, a thirst for learning, enthusiasm, and 1,000 other things. And only then comes money. Sounds a bit theoretical, right? Let me give you an example that I'm confident will make it crystal clear. After hearing this, you'll have no doubts left, and you'll ditch that toxic belief that capital is 100% money. That's a dangerous mindset. Here's the example. We have two people, a guy named Tiger 2, and a woman named Leopard 4. Got that? Our two main characters are Tiger 2 and Leopard 4. Both of them want to start an online bookstore. Tiger 2 has $10,000 in capital, while Leopard 4 has $50,000. Who has more capital in this situation? At first glance, it's easy to assume Leopard 4 has more capital than Tiger 2, right? But hold on, it depends. Let's dig deeper. Take a look at the chart on the left side of the screen to see what's needed to start an online bookstore. Since it's online, you obviously need a website to sell books, right? For Tiger 2, he knows how to build websites, so he creates his own in just 1 week. It costs him $500 for the domain and hosting. Leopard 4, on the other hand, doesn't know the first thing about websites, so she decides to spend $7,000 to hire a company to design her site. After this first investment, Tiger 2 has spent $500, leaving him with $10,000 minus $500, or $9,500. Leopard 4 started with $50,000, minus $7,000 for the website, leaving her with $43,000. That's the first item done. Next up, sourcing books to sell. Leopard 4 decides to spend $30,000 to stock her inventory. The average book costs about $7, and she orders 3 copies of each title. With $30,000, she gets over 400 books, covering about 100 titles. Each title has 3 copies, so she has over 100 titles total. Her house is now packed with books. It looks impressive, like a real bookstore at home. Whether she can sell them is another story. But it's visually exciting, right? After this purchase, she has $43,000 minus $30,000, leaving her with $13,000 in cash. Let me address a potential question. Why buy so many books? A website with too few titles is hard to sell, especially for books. Realistically, you need at least 100 titles, or it's tough to compete. Now, how does Tiger 2 handle sourcing books? With so little money, he knows he can't afford to buy in bulk like that. So, he comes up with a brilliant idea. He visits a small, struggling bookstore in his town, a long-established shop that's been pretty quiet lately. He buys a book, then strikes up a conversation with the owner. The owner loves books but laments, "Business is slow these days. Kids buy books online now, and my shop is dying." Tiger 2 seizes the opportunity and says, "Uncle, I know lots of people online who love books. How about I help you sell your books? For every sale, you give me a 15% commission. You'll earn a bit less per book, but you'll sell more and worry less. If we sell enough, you'll profit even more." The owner loves the idea. His shop's been struggling, and here's someone offering to help. "All right, kid, I'm in," he says. Tiger 2 follows up. "Let's sign a long-term contract to work together." After one conversation, Tiger 2 secures a supply of over 500 book titles from the shop owner. Sure, his profit margin is smaller, but he has 5 times the titles Leopard 4 has. And how much capital did he spend on this inventory? Almost zero. He only picks up books from the shop when he has an order, meaning he doesn't need to invest up front. His capital remains intact at $9,500. So, both now have a website and inventory, right? But then, bad luck strikes. A global wave of website hacks hits, and both their sites go down. Leopard 4 has to pay $3,000 to have her web company restore her site. Tiger 2, with his technical know-how, backs up and restores his site in 5 minutes, and it's back to normal. He preserves his capital at $9,500, while Leopard 4 loses another $3,000, leaving her with $10,000. Next, they need a computer for online sales, to post listings, manage orders, and handle customer service. Leopard 4 decides to buy a mid-range laptop from a retailer like the Gyeonggi Dong. Since her funds are running low, she opts for a basic model, but even that costs $7,000. Her capital drops from $10,000 to $3,000. Tiger 2 takes a different approach. He decides to use the internet cafe near his house for critical online tasks like writing posts, uploading listings, editing images, and making videos. For simpler tasks, like entering orders or chatting with customers, he uses his existing smartphone. He spends about 3 hours a day at the internet cafe, costing $4 per hour, or $12 daily. That's roughly $360 a month for internet cafe fees. And let's be real, internet cafe computers have powerful specs, comfy chairs, and fast internet. His capital is now $9,500 minus $360, leaving $9,140. Now, on to selling. Leopard 4 hears that Facebook ads are the way to go for online book sales. She's told that spending $3,000 on ads can generate 4 or 5 times that in sales. Books are supposedly easy to sell. She takes an online course from some marketing gurus about the ultimate secrets to selling on Facebook. Following their advice, she boldly spends $10 a day on ads, totaling $300 a month. With only $3,000 left, after a month of running Facebook ads, she burns through her entire $50,000 capital and is left with nothing. Because the ads didn't generate sales, Tiger 2 thinks differently. Despite having over $9,000, he's done his homework. He's read extensively, in English, Vietnamese, you name it, and knows that Facebook ads are expensive and tough these days. So, he chooses a method that costs little to no money. He focuses on SEO for his Facebook page, and creates a book selection tips section on his website. There, he shares advice on reading, choosing great books, taking notes while reading, and even preserving books. Every 2 days, he posts a new article. After a month, this section has a decent collection of content. Gradually, his book advice section gains traction. People visit to learn about reading and book selection, and some buy books to support him. Others share his page with friends. Thanks to this channel, he starts getting more emails daily. He decides to leverage email marketing, and his orders grow steadily. Word spreads, and his reputation grows. His capital remains $9,140. Because writing advice articles costs nothing, he does it himself. After just over 2 months, while Tiger 2 preserves his capital and builds a growing reputation, Leopard 4 borrows another $10,000 to keep running Facebook ads. Her $50,000 is gone, and now she's $10,000 in debt, sitting at home, defeated. Oh, Leopard 4, what happened? At the start, Leopard 4 clearly had way more money than Tiger 2. But what do you see in these 2 cases? Let me ask you again, who has more capital? I'll tell you straight. Tiger 2 has far more capital than Leopard 4. While Leopard 4 only had money, Tiger 2 had a wealth of capital, knowledge, proactivity, enthusiasm, a thirst for learning, communication skills, and, yes, money too. Because of this, Tiger 2 had what he needed, with minimal financial investment, sometimes none at all, because he used other forms of capital to cover those costs. Remember his website? Leopard 4 used her money capital to pay for it, while Tiger 2 used his knowledge capital to build it. Remember sourcing books? Leopard 4 used money to buy inventory, while Tiger 2 used his enthusiasm and communication skills to negotiate with the bookstore owner. And marketing? Leopard 4 used money for Facebook ads, while Tiger 2 used his diligence and learning mindset to gain knowledge and pursue a sustainable, long-term strategy. When Leopard 4 ran out of capital, Tiger 2 still had plenty left, and his internal capital, like knowledge, resilience, and experience, kept growing. Do you see the point now? So, let me ask one more time. Tiger 2 or Leopard 4, who has more capital? I hope this story helps you abandon those flawed beliefs. Learn more, experience more, and train yourself more. Those are your priceless sources of capital that no amount of money can replace. Thank you for watching today's program. Goodbye, and see you next time.